There is one thing that has yet to be explained. It's that case underneath the stairs. Why not 015? Oh!
That's open.
GSM CDMA interceptor. I think this thing is literally designed to spoof a cell tower. Never in my wildest dreams did I think that this was even possible.
So
But I think I'm gonna call it. Okay, I'm gonna call the sheriff's station.
wait, what are you gonna say if it goes through it?
Is this actual LAPD property or is it not?
Obviously, we've been trying to get in contact with someone at LAPD, and that has not worked. So I think he doesn't want us to get in contact with them. But this could be property from them that he
Yeah, what
stole
if he was like
or
an
got
old police
somehow.
officer or something like that?
There's only one way to find out. I said we call the police and see if it intercepts. I say we call it.
Okay.
Well,
It's like straight up 911.
No.
no, that's not.
No, that's an
not that.
emergency number.
It's an emergency number.
Oh, okay.
I
We're gonna
wouldn't
call the
that.
number that we've been trying to call.
We're gonna call the local sheriff department.
Oh, I thought you guys have been calling 911 every time.
No, dude, that's not how you use 911.
Oh,
for
my bad.
emergencies only.
I've only used it a couple times in my life. So.
Do you stub your toe?
Anyways, do you-
No, some guy got beat up out front
oh,
of my
yeah,
house.
see, that's a 911 call.
That is a 911 call.
Okay, good.
You used it
Finding
right.
something under the stairs is not a 911 call.
Not a 911 call. So?
911.
Let's call.
No, not 911.
No, it's
We're
not
not calling
911.
Sheriff's right.
Yes. I don't know if we should call it yet.
Why? What's the difference?
We've never been here around it when it's been activated, so I think before we activate it, we should explore a little bit more the function of it. I know that we know it's a cell phone interceptor, but I just think we need to explore it a little bit more before we actually try and call.
Okay, yeah.
You seem very annoyed.
Well, I'm not annoyed. I
just-
don't
it's
want to
just
do this either way. Like, I don't want to do it either way. I don't
so
want
wouldn't
this to exist.
Wouldn't you rather figure out more information about it before we just call it?
I don't know what I'm gonna find out, I guess.
Well,
but
there's a
thing
whole
is,
computer in here. That's just, I just think we should
Look,
take a second and look at it a little bit more before we just dive into it.
I mean, we could. Totally.
but
But you accidentally unplug something, and then they know that we've been messing with it.
we cut the camera.
He doesn't know that we got into the case.
True.
Then they know that we know, and then what happens after that?
What?
If we mess with this and it doesn't work, and they know it doesn't work, then they know that we have messed with it.
And
What
is
happens
they the-
after that?
Also kind of what I want to say too, because I feel like we're gonna get this, especially in the video and the comments and stuff like that. Like, I'm not saying the LAPD is bad, not at all, not
But-
at all.
But
I
there's
definitely
suitcases
respect
here.
police.
Suitcases here.
Much respect for the police personally. I think that there might be some people in there that are bad,
Sure.
that might have connections. That's a possibility. I think it'd be foolish to think anything else.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't doubt it.
Or this was stolen from there. I don't know.
Yeah.
don't
There are
know.
just so many options right now. That's why I want to get into the computer, or try to at
Go
least.
ahead, try.
You're gonna make me.
I can do it if you want, but
What are you gonna do?
I clicked it on.
There's a password.
User.
Okay.
Are we gonna we're gonna go
Password.
through this whole thing again? It's a box
I mean,
and a
might
box
as
and a
well.
box
Okay.
and a box.
So I don't know, classic 863. Does anybody have a 3-digit password for a computer?
What if
No.
you lock us out? What if it starts resetting after a certain amount of attempts? Look, password hint. What? Password hint.
Should I just try the password hint? It just says 590.
Wait, what was 590?
I don't know.
That was the username. Syphus 590. It was on the little piece of paper.
It was on the piece of paper
Okay.
with a weird password. We can try that password. I do.
There you go.
I have that on my phone, right?
You took a picture of it.
I
Yes.
took a picture of it. That's right.
Wait, okay, so 590 wasn't the
bring that up.
password. Can I just reset the password? There's an option that says reset
You
password.
need the actual password to reset the password.
I'm so scared to unplug this
Here it
case,
is.
though. No.
Yeah, see,
unplug it.
590 right here. So can you see that? Size 590. This is from ages ago when we found this in the abandoned car. The password. Type this out if you can, please. This is a V or a W, so I'm gonna go with V.
Capital, lowercase?
Lowercase V. Z. $. JK.
What?
No,
so it's not
JK.
oh, literally JK.
$. M. Capital E, capital D, capital Z, 5, capital A, and then T.
No.
Password is incorrect.
Okay.
What is
so
this?
it's not that.
What is this then?
Okay.
But
So
this is for sure connected to Syphus. We know he brought this whole case in. He carried it in. Password hint 590. You tried 590, right?
I tried.
I'm tripping.
It's okay. I tried 590. It's not it. I tried that password. It's not it. I tried 863. That's not it.
Maybe he knew we had that piece of paper, so he changed it.
I don't know. I would have to remind myself of the timeline to figure that out. Honestly, this wind is really
wind,
not
dude.
helping right
Well,
now.
It's clanking around up there.
Without a doubt, like I feel like he watches our videos. I think he knows that we have that poorly written password,
yeah.
so he probably changed it.
Well, but was the case
This-
in here before that?
yeah.
Yeah, like
The
that's-
case was in here
That's
before
what I'm
that.
saying is like it's also confusing to me in my brain that like I don't even remember if the case was already here. I think we're at a dead end with the laptop because we obviously can't get in. So we need to like keep an actual eye out for a password for this. We have so much stuff to keep track of.
I know we got to finish up that vault so we can actually start
Putting
keeping
stuff in
track
there
of
and
these
keeping
things.
track. Really, the only other thing we can do right
Look,
now is
I think we just call it, because if it doesn't go through this and we're wrong,
then great.
then great.
Yeah.
That's great.
I guess.
That's great because I'm actually contacting the police.
So then they would have just been ignoring
Let's change.
us
Yeah, that's great.
or not taking us seriously. So
Look, I think I'm going to call it.
So you're just gonna call the
I'm going to call
LAPD
LAPD.
contact
Yeah,
though.
yeah, exactly. I'm going to call the sheriff's station.
Wait, what are you gonna say if it goes through it?
You know what? Sorry, wrong number.
Who did it read it? What did you hear?
I heard what sounded like the police department.
So
What did it say?
it actually
It
redirected.
said redirected.
What did they say?
Gravelly voice. Gravel, like raspy. Gravel in his voice. I remember, I just heard a voice and I freaked out.
Redirecting to
A number popped up when it said redirecting to
661.
661 something. I don't know if we should include this in the video or not, but it said redirecting to 661.
My number was on that. My number was on that. My number was on that. My actual phone number was on that. If that shows up, please blur that out. There was 2 numbers on that.
So yeah, it showed you who was calling, and it also said redirecting to, and then it started to list the number that it's redirecting to. Can you
Possibly.
So okay,
It's redirecting
so pull
to
up.
not the sheriff's station.
Well, pull up the sheriff station phone number again, and we can see if they match.
Well, no, that doesn't make any sense. So why would this redirect us to the sheriff's station?
No.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm saying if that phone
if
number
it's not the
doesn't match,
same.
then that was not the sheriff's station that you just talked to. You tried calling them,
Do you
but
want
then
me to
this.
try calling again?
Well, we have to have the
gotta
phone
see that
number to
number.
pop up.
It looks as though it's redirecting to 3833476.
And is that the number of the sheriff's station?
No.
So that number is
Syphus.
Come on.
What
Stop
other
pretending.
No, what other conclusion is there to come to?
There's no other conclusion to come to. There is no other conclusion to come to.
So okay, wait. So if it is not Syphus, I really just think it only can be because
is that even a name? Is that even a name? That's not even a name.
It's a
Syphus?
username. All we know is it's a username. But that's the person. Whoever you just heard, that's the person who owns this briefcase might be Syphus, since he put it in here. That's a person who wants to hear our calls and monitor us.
Yes, yeah.
And so far, history would only lead us to believe that that's
It's just
Syphus.
that one person. It's just
Like,
Syphus. He's been literally hijacking our calls.
You don't know that, though.
We're only dealing with one person.
You don't know that.
Or maybe two.
Or maybe 10.
We really don't know what we're
That would be the worst case.
doing.
This guy, this guy has literally been in our studio, knows his way around our studio. This isn't his first time in this studio. This is all connected. The keys in the wall to the car. That was in the wall before we got here.
Yeah.
Before
Like, this
we
is-
actually even got here, that was in the wall. He's been in Blue Base, he's been in Orange Base. I can only imagine he's been in other units that aren't even related to us.
Like, he's essentially just trying to keep this place from getting any attention.
if that's even a he.
This
if
has
it's
to
even
be
a
so
he.
much bigger than one person, though.
That's my point. That's my point. How can this one person be so connected to all of these places and know integral parts? It's not like
Dude, he's been here before.
we haven't even shown some of this stuff on camera. It doesn't even make sense. The thing in the wall upstairs, was that not the first time that room's even been shown on camera?
It was, yeah.
We just got that unit. This unit that we're sitting in, we just got it. It's got to be bigger than that. He's been here before. He knows this layout. How could one person
Wait, it just
know
made a
the-
noise. I don't know what it was, but it just made a noise, and that felt like something to be noteworthy.
How can one person know so much about every unit in this entire building unless he's been here before us?
What does he sound like?
Did he say anything?
It sounded like what you'd get when you call the sheriff's department, but the distinctive, I don't know, it was a man.
Okay.
That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounded like.
Like, did he? Okay.
I'm so thrown off.
If you were to call and he were to answer, would you recognize that?
I would recognize that voice. I would for sure recognize that voice. I don't know what to do. I think at the very least we should pull the plug on that thing.
You want to unplug it?
I don't know, shouldn't we?
Do you think he already knows?
At least there's a power strip inside it, just kill it.
Turn it off.
Where is it even plugged into?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think if anything, like, and also just to say this, like, we could call the new number we have, or we should at least just think about the options that we have now that we have a
do have the
direct
number.
We have a direct number
To
call him.
I don't like saying his name.
Who says it's even his name?
Yeah, we don't even
You're
know that.
right, it doesn't sound
That's just
like a
what we're
name.
calling him. But like, we have a potential direct way to contact this person.
Why? What are we gonna gain out of that? Just confirmation that it's the same voice, maybe? That's true.
What if we
Wait,
just
yeah, I
call
mean,
him?
that is a good point. Like, if it sounds like whoever answered when you thought you were talking to the LAPD and who we've thought we've been talking to
Was it-
all these previous times, like, that's all the confirmation we need to know that this number is a direct contact.
It wasn't an automated. No, not an automated bot.
No. Like,
But I have gotten an automated message before.
okay.
We just call him out.
Well, but if we just call his number, like, it'll show up in the whole redirecting buddy, like the cell phone interceptor. And it'll know that it's you calling. But what if we turn it off and then you call? Does that change anything? Does that change any end result? Like, does it at least maybe not notify
Right.
him?
Why
If I
would-
write down the number, and we turn that thing off and we call the number that we saw it redirecting to, and the voice sounds the same,
What would you say?
I don't know, just confirmation that it sounds the same.
Should we have
Like-
someone else call so he doesn't know it's your number?
Like some sort of element of
Like
surprise?
you? Or you?
Sure.
Why would he know my number? Oh, because I've
Because
continued to
you've
call.
called.
I mean,
You've been the main
You
person
and
calling.
you've called, right?
I've called before.
So you.
So Woods is the only one that hasn't called, so he doesn't know your number.
sure, I'll call him.
Okay.
But okay. So
I don't know
okay.
if he'd pick it up. He probably wouldn't pick yours up.
Because he knows it's you.
Yeah.
So we go in there, we turn it off.
Yeah.
Get the number and call him from what's his phone.
Are you game with
Wait,
this?
why are we turning it off?
So that it can't be rerouted.
Well,
or-
it's not even gonna
Well,
be
yeah, that's
rerouted.
true.
I just think we should turn it off.
I don't think
So
we
wait.
should.
You don't think we should turn it off?
No.
We're not gonna like yank it or unplug it or anything, but just the power strip. Because what if we need to make other calls that are gonna be able to be redirected? Like,
Well,
we
I
don't
can
want
make
that in-
any other call. I've made. I just haven't called the sheriff. I think that's the only thing it's redirecting.
It probably looks at who you're calling and then either lets it go through or reroutes it if
redirects
not.
it. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
like certain numbers are blocked. I'm sure, like sheriff and probably like CHP. But like, here's the thing: is like, what if we do? Like, my thing is like, if you turn it off, then if and I know we don't want to go here. If the police are involved, then they will know that we turned it off.
If there are
Because-
people at the police involved, I feel more comfortable saying that.
Yeah, me too. Me too. If there are dirty people at the police station involved, they'll know. And then what happens? How else are they going to keep us silent? Is what I'm thinking.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't think we should turn it off just yet.
Okay, okay.
I see. Okay, fine. But we need to go get the number.
It said it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's get the number and then go somewhere else.
Yeah, I guess so. Ready?
Yeah. Do you have a plan for it, like, if you're gonna say anything?
I don't have a plan, and honestly, I don't want to overthink it. I'm just gonna do it.
Okay.
What?
He answered.
And
It was the same voice.
It was the same voice. Block that number.
are you actually positive?
I'm positive. We get emails all the time from fans pretending
Yeah.
to be a part of this whole thing. This one seems a little different. I have some information that might help you in your investigation.
Like, just how do we know if we can trust this person?
I just want some answers, bro.